been a while, guys. I've been off jet setting, backpacking around Thailand for 3 weeks, which was just incredible. As you can see, I've gone a bit crazy. Not really made the effort today. Not even wearing a bra, which is great. But I thought I'd make the effort on my headwear. Yeah, so back at it, drama school. Currently doing a play called Pronoun, which is about transgender. So that's really interesting, and you know, there's a lot to look forward to in the next year, 2016. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great Christmas with your families and your friends and loved life. And hopefully you had some great Christmas dinners. That's one thing I did miss in Thailand. Bless the little Thai women at the hostel. They made this amazing dinner, but it had no gravy and it wasn't quite like the traditional English dinner, but it was great. So enough about Thailand. I'm going to do a separate video about that, I think, you know, because a lot of street food inspired me in Thailand. There was loads of street food and it all tasted delicious. Everyone says, oh yeah, you'll get the shits. Didn't get the shits once, for food reasons anyway. It was just amazing. And this isn't Thai inspired, it's just classic homemade English food, and it's sausage and bean casserole. It's cold, it's wet, it's dull in London and all over England, so may as well warm ourselves up. So for sausage and bean casserole, we're going to need sausages, which are over there defrosting. They look minging, but everything when it's defrosted looks a bit minging, doesn't it? Sausages, and I'm using about 6, but I'm doing a really big portion. When my budgeting's a bit tighter, I use like 3 and just cut them up, but that is like, you want a bit of sausage in it, don't you? Let's be honest. So 6 like Cumberland sausages, and then I'm using a bit of the chorizo, using red and yellow peppers, an onion and sweet potato. In the actual recipe you're meant to use celery, but I'm not the biggest fan of celery. I have used it in this dish before and you can't actually taste it. It's just for the purpose of texture, and so is potato. So for why not get a bit more fibre in there and use a bit of sweet potato. Got a stock cube, we got 2 tinned tomatoes, 400 gram ones. Actually, I think all tins are 400. Baked beans, and you can use different beans. Cumin, K9 pepper, or Kanye West pepper, brown sugar, and balsamic I'm going to use actually, because you are meant to use 125 ml of white wine, but I just really didn't fancy wine, so I was like, I'm not buying wine just for the sake of putting it in food. I'll improvise. But it does taste wonderful with wine, so if you've got any lying around, put it in. Cherry tomatoes, and I'll probably use a bit of red lentils like I always do, and garlic. I said the chicken stock, didn't I? So yeah, and that's just all going to get chopped up, sautéed in the pan, and then left to cook for 40 minutes. So it's going to be dead simple. Going to bung it all in and season it. And then you're going to have a hot, warming, delicious, you know, like you're getting a hug. It's one of them meals where you feel like, getting a hug off more. Yeah, so I love it. So let's go. Still train on. Magic. Magic some more. Oh, crown's falling off. Yeah, so today's just a bit of a lazy day. I'll just get the onion in, bit of olive oil, and then bung it in. So yeah, put all the onions in. I cut mine like that, you know, in strips, because there's something about having like quite stringy onions with sausages. It reminds me of hot dogs and when you have steak and things like that. And all this week, I hold my hands up, and I'll tell you, I didn't cook. I had ready meals, croissants for breakfast and sandwiches for dinner. Or lunch, as you southerners call it. So it was awful, and I just was like reading these ready meals, and they were from M&S, you know, they weren't any like bog standard ones, and I was just like, it's so much shit, man. So I'm so glad to be back cooking. It's Saturday today, so I'm going to cook today and tomorrow, and I'm trying out some quorn chicken tomorrow to do chicken and cashew Thai style, because that was probably my favourite dish over there. Big love to chicken and cashew. So hopefully I'll be able to recreate it. And I'm trying to eat less meat at the minute. You know, I'm really trying to cut down my meat intake, because there's so much out there at the minute, and you know, it's unsustainable. Like we can't keep eating meat the way we do. Like, and going to Asia, it made me realise like how little meat they eat, and they've got one of the healthiest lifestyles in the world, and they eat it, but like twice a week, maybe like that, and on big special occasions, and it's really interesting. You know, I think as Westerners we think we need meat, but you know, the older I'm getting and the more information, you know, I'm researching, I don't think we do need it as much. So I'm trying to cut out chicken and beef. But I don't know that I'll ever be able to cut out pork because, you know, I was brought up on pork. That's all I ate. Probably sounds a bit dodgy, but not like that. But I was like bacon, sausage, ham, like put the peppers in now. And again, I cut them quite chunky and whack that in. And just, it's all about sauteing them down, just softening them. And you can cut them diced, anything. It's just all about preference and getting your taste. You know, what do you like? Do you like more textured food, or do you like your casseroles quite like sloppy, or do you like them a bit chunky? It's like, you always know that type of person, kind of what soup they go for. Some people like really like smooth soup, and other people like really chunky soup. All taste. But yeah, I don't think I could ever give up pork. I know it's really bad, but I was just like fed on pork as a kid. Like, bacon has a very special place in my heart. And to be honest, a piglet bit me once when I was little, and it really, really hurt. Like, pigs can bite through bone. They're one of the only animals that can actually like properly like crunch through bone and eat it. It's quite something. And I think maybe, you know, that's why I love pork so much. You know, maybe that was my revenge as a young child. So let them saute, and then we're gonna add a bit of seasoning and our sausages. So I've added the pork sausages, the Cumberland. It's good to get a good quality sausage. Well, we know, ladies and men, everyone loves a good quality sausage, but it is important. You want over 80% pork. You know, if you can't, like, that's fine, but it is good, you know, because you hear these horror stories, and you want good quality meat. If you're going to eat meat, that's the thing, you want good quality, because a lot of the meat industry at the minute is just like chaotic. You know, we've all heard our horror stories, and it is good to get good quality meat. It doesn't shrink or anything, which they obviously don't pump it with water like Tesco and bloody Asda do. So I swear by Lidl. And I got a shop before, I kid you not, like, I got loads, like at least 3 weeks worth of cooking for me. 28 quid. And I got shampoo and everything in it. I'm trying Lidl shampoo because I have black mouse shampoo and all my toiletries at home and my makeup. So, ladies and gents, no filter. So yeah, I'm literally living off Lidl home products at the minute. So I'll let you know how the shampoo is. So I would say about 200 grams, about-ish. And I've added my sweet potato. Now, does anyone else find sweet potatoes really difficult to cook? Like, your knife gets stuck in them, you're wedging it about, it's flying everywhere. I can always add more sweet potato, you know, and pre-cook it if needed be, or have it as a side, but I think I've got enough there. Again, I've got about 200 grams. Because my thinking is, if I add too much, then it'll become more of a hash, because it will get very soft, because it'll be cooked for 40 minutes. So it was more of just a texture adder, because the celery, that was only going to be two sprigs, or I don't know what you call things of celery. Sticks? That's it. Sticks of celery. So I don't want to add too much sweet potato, you know. I've not tried it with sweet potato before, but I thought it'd be good. So yeah, there you go. And remember, you can always use quorn sausages, and I might be trying that out in the future. Well, not quorn, it's Linda McCartney, the good ones, isn't it? So, not just for meat eaters, veggies, and you could put butternut squash in there as well, and maybe make it into more of a hash. Food for thought. Now we're gonna put the herbs in. Massive bag. I always freestyle it, but that's because I'm used to it. But you're always better adding a bit less, because you can always add more. You can never take it back. Kind of like words. Give that a mix. Oh, I love the smell. Garlic. And I've sliced mine quite thinly, but I'm also going to crush another clove. So 2 cloves in total. You can reduce this recipe by 1, because this is a really big portion. And if you're trying it for the first time, you just might want to do standard like 4-person portion. Right? Salt. Easy, easy. tune. Soul Train and Soul Town on Magic is amazing. I'm going there for my birthday. It's finally landed on the birthday. So I can't wait to get my grooves on. Right? And then, Kanye West pepper. My fave. She's a gold digger. So much went in there. It's gonna be hot. Look at this. Oops. Oops, I did it again. Got lost in my mind. Made a mistake. Kanye. Hopefully that'll be alright. I'm putting so much tomato in. Probably kill it out because it is actually really spicy. Right, that's all done. And now for the tomatoes and a bit of thyme. No parsley, I'm using parsley. In the original it's thyme, but I'm making mine more Spanishy. So I've added the parsley, and that's going to give it more of a Spanish feel. Now I'm doing my version, a bigger one, so 2 tins of tomatoes, but if you're doing the small one, it'll be 1 tin. Yeah, but I'm gonna see if 2 seems a bit too much. I might just put 1.5 in, but give it a shot. Mix it all in. Oh, that looks good. Second one is till the weekend. Drink till that. Kidding. Yeah. More time, like, so it's 1.5. No, actually, I think after it's simmering down, that'll be alright. 2 tins in. So there we go. Smells nice. It's going to need more seasoning, obviously, after it's simmered down because you lose flavour. Now crumble one of these bad boys. No palm oil in these. Thank God. I'm going to try and make my own stock though at some point when I get a bit more time. Think of the because then everything's like scratch, homemade from scratch then you're talking. So whole one if you're making the big one, half of one if you're not. So just crumble it in. It's just so much better than making it in a bloody jug, don't you think? So, and you know when you put stock cubes in the jug, I don't know about you, but it's always a bit of like grease or something, like after you've washed them once, you have to wash them like a good few times to get it all off. Alright, give that a good mix. Now, I'm going to add a bit of brown sugar and a bit of balsamic because like I said, I'm not going to buy a bottle of wine just for cooking because I don't fancy wine this weekend. In more of a chocolatey mood. No surprise there. So done about a tablespoon of brown sugar. Demerara I use. I wouldn't use brown though. And Demerara is so nice because it has it caramelizes things, whereas white sugar. Yeah, and I think a bit of balsam just to give it a bit of acidity. Bloody whole new world on in the bar. Bloody hell. Take it, it's not Soul Town anymore. Oh, splashing. Right, so I'm gonna add my lentils actually, quickly. There we go. So this is what we're looking at. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. It hasn't even got the Heinz beans in yet. So that's pretty much it. Now that cooks for 40 minutes. So just keep an eye on it, but bring it to the boil and then put it on a low simmer and then you're talking. And then I'm gonna add the cherry tomatoes later. And what else am I gonna add? Oh, the beans. And then we're done. So this is how it's looking after about 25-30 minutes. It's very steamy, so it's hard to get a good picture of it. Oh, there you go. A bit better. Right, so got my crown on still. Cooking queen. Let's add the beans. So it's been cooking about 40 minutes, a bit less actually because I was chatting along. I think mine cooked a bit quicker when it probably wasn't meant to, but it doesn't really matter. It just means less cooking at the end. So they're the beans, I've rinsed them, plop them in. And you can use any beans, whatever's floating your boat. I wouldn't really use kidney beans because I don't think they complement the spices and flavours. Just give that a mix. Oh, it's so good. Basically, this dish is so versatile because head's itching now. Because basically, you make it with so little, and you can just put so much veg into it. So like, it can be a fully vegetarian dish if you want it to be, like courgette, aubergine, all of it. Just whack it in, celery, sweet potato, but not just squash, tomatoes, green beans, like anything. Like the list could go on. Mushrooms as well, make it a bit more casserole. You could add red wine instead. Like, it's a foundation for like a one pot really, so you can put whatever you want in. And that's what I love like about cooking, and I find it really creative. And that's all I want you guys to do, is just like find your feet and like experiment and just go a bit wild. Put your soul train on and bosh your uncle. But what I had an idea is like, if you might mix cooked pasta in with this, put cheese on the top and grilled it, you got like a sausage and bean bake then, haven't you? And it's like that. So I'm gonna get a picture on my Instagram of that when I do, because I got a massive portion. So definitely one cool night this week when I get in, and I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the oven with cheese on. It's gonna be so exciting. And then I'm gonna put it on Instagram. No shame. Hashtag food porn. Hashtag cheese is God. Hashtag brought up on pork. So follow me on Instagram, by the way, Loz Mixin. Yep. So I'm gonna add some cherry tomatoes because they just give a nice sweetness. And I think we're ready now to dish it up. Let's see. Smooth boat on. Not bad at all. You can really get the kick of the Kanye West pepper. Kanye is in there, probably singing "Wanna Touch the Sky." A bit more cumin, parsley, and I might put a little bit of lime in, or lemon juice, just to give it a bit more zing, because obviously I haven't put the wine in, so it is missing that zesty taste. So, looking beautiful, all steamy. Let's take it off the heat. And we're finishing with "That's What Friends Are For," eh? Well, I'm sure this is what friends are for, to make you bean and sausage casserole. Look at my shoes, well I should say slippers, for my drive in. So, I've been Loz Mixin, I've missed you guys, I've missed cooking in my kitchen, and I just can't wait to bring some Thai food to the table, and also, you know, I'm glad to be back in the kitchen actually, you know. I've had a great evening in the kitchen. It sounds really sad, but I have, and hopefully everyone cooking along out there would have had a good time too. So have a great weekend 2016, and like, subscribe, follow, and spread the love and food of Loz Mixin around the world.